here. We're on vlog 10. Can you believe it? That's what's next. Reminder, guys, that my Patreon account is up and running. I'm going to remind you every video if I have to, because I really want you guys to join this Patreon account, which is a small subscription-based account where you get to learn from me the actual basics of fashion design as far as draping, the French draping style, and then if you're more advanced, asking me questions and helping you answer some dilemmas that you're having on my Patreon account. So the link will be below. Okay, I want to see you there. All right, guys, so I wanted to show you the sketch again. Here's the sketch. This is all in French black lace. And we have these layers over here, right? Remember how we mapped it out on the first video where we were mapping out all these layers here? Well, we have to put the actual lace layers inside of each one of these seams. So the tricky part, or the part that might be a little bit complicated to understand, is that this panel will be underneath. It can be lace, it could be lining. I may have to do it lining because like I said, I have a very small amount of lace that I'm going to be doing this gown with. So I have to be very frugal with where I put it. So the lace is going to be put inside of each one of these seams. So this is the initial length of the panels I was going to have in lace. The lace actually has to be a little bit longer to hide the seams. I strategically have to calculate a good 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch longer in order to hide those seams of the panel that's supporting the lace. I hope that makes sense. Now we're going to drape each one of these panels so that we can have the structure for the under part of this lace gown finished, hopefully. I already draped this one piece here, right here, but I'm going to take it off, and the reason why is I want to be able to see that black tape. And I really can't see it with that in the way, but I'm going to put one. I'm going to put a little 1 on it, just so I remember that's 1. And these panels have already been prepared. I think they were like in vlog 3. I'm not really sure. I'll find the vlog that it's on, and I'll put the link to that below so you know how I prepared each one of these pieces. But I just blocked and pressed each one of these pieces for the panels. I pulled a line, grain, about 1 inch from the torn edge, and then drew a line and turned it back so I can start doing the second piece. So the second piece is going to be here, and all you're going to do is on the center front, since it's equal this side to this side, we're only going to drape this side, and I'm going to pin it at the center front just like that, and I have it where you can see the black tape underneath it now. And all I'm going to do is just mold this piece like this. We don't want any darts. We're just going to mold it like that to the side seam like this. I'm going to give it just a little bit of ease on the side seam. I think I want it to be pretty fitting underneath like that. And once you have it molded to the actual shape like that, all you're going to have to do then at that point is just mark. So I'm going to dot, 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 dot all the way along that black tape that is underneath there, indicating that panel that I'm doing. I'm going to do the intersection of the side seam here like this. I want to feel that side seam like that. Cross mark at the intersections of the side seam and the panel, and then continue to dot each one of these panels like this. All I'm going to do at this point is call this number 2, and then take it off and continue to do this till I get all the panels in the front as well as the back done. Okay, let's get it done. 7 is going to be a little bit trickier because I don't have the bottom of it, right? So what I'm going to have to do is probably do that like in the air, sort of. Okay, so I'm going to pull the grain on this last panel, this number 7. I'm going to put that line, pull that line nice and straight, and there. We're going to mold it to the side like this. I cut off this excess like that. Going to clip a little bit. You want it to mold nicely, so you want it to mold like that. And I'm going to dot the top of it, and then we'll do the rest of it on the flat, you know, where that ends, okay? So I'm just going to dot, dot, dot the intersection here all the way on the black tape, just like that. And this we're going to call 7. All right, and we're going to get to the back now. Back. Okay guys, here I'm on the back, and I'm going to do the panels here as well. I'm going to start off with the first one. I've already prepared these pieces, as you can see, and I'm going to go straight on the center back as well. There's going to be a zipper in the center back, so there'll be a seam, but I'm still turning it under so I can see what's going on. So we're just going to go like that on the back, pinning both on the top and the bottom, putting equal distance of extra fabric on the top as well as the bottom, and I'm going to mold it over to the side seam. The first one's a little bit tricky because it's going to fight you with the waist. We're going to have to clip on, and then we're going to take this pin out and mold it again. They're probably going to need to be a little bit of ease. So I'm just molding it like that to the side seam, which is right here. It's going to need a little bit more clipping like that, not so much on the bottom. I'm going to use that as ease. I'm going to keep that there, and I'm going to start marking. There's going to be a perpendicular line here at the intersection of the center back and the panel, and I'm going to start dotting, dot, 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 all along that panel. Since the black tape is not on the top, it's a little bit harder to see, so I'm going to just peek a little bit like that. I'm going to put a cross mark here at this seam line because I want to use that as a notch to put a little bit of that fullness in there. And I'm just going to dot, dot, dot all the way to the side seam, which is right there. I'm going to put a pin there so I can see them. On the side seam, I'm just going to put the indication of the side seam. We're going to add the extra later, and then the cross mark of the side seam and the bottom part of that panel, and then I continue to dot all along the style tape just like that, and we're going to call that 1. All right, let's get it done. We're up like this on the side, on the back, molding it up like that, and now we have a good amount of excess here and here. Put a pin to secure the side seams just like that, and then go ahead and dot it. So we're just going to dot, 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 cross. You want to cross mark at the intersections of the center back and the style tape, and then just dot all the way along that style tape to the side seam. When you feel the side seam groove, I want to actually see it. I'm going to put the cross mark. I want to make sure that I see it. There is the cross mark. Put the pin back on there, and then dot, dot, dot all along the bottom of this panel, just like that. We're going to call that 2, and we're going to keep going. Okay. Just going to mold it over that butt area just like that, and mold it to the side seam. Again, I'm adding the ease later. Here we also have to do some clipping, so clip, clip, get some of the excess out. again, we have just the top markings. We don't have the bottom markings, so we have to go ahead and just put the top markings in. So I'm just going to pin it at the center back like that. It's molding nicely. If it doesn't need any clipping, cross mark here at the intersection, dot, 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 just like that. Intersection, and we're going to have to go down, right, the 3 inches. So that's number 7. Okay guys, we're going to stop there. These are all the panels that we're going to have to true and pin together and make sure it's working. Thank you so much for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Share this video. Share it with your friends. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.